Where we at, dude?
Well, we're at the Branson Scenic Railway. Trains. Today, we're here doing another train stream. See, we're not really like here. Hello, hello.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. We're here on site at the Branson Scenic Railroad, and we're going in and out with our internet service. But George,
It's pretty bad.
so where we at, dude?
All right, so we're at the Branson Scenic Railway, and as you can see behind me, there's a pretty cool F unit. I think one cool part about it is like everything here is kind of they've made it like their own. So it's not like like Milwaukee Road where you can visually see like the old railroad. It's the Branson Scenic Railway. So all the paints came on the engine. Like it's real nice, and it looks like they did a real good job. And it looks like it's kept up pretty well too. It's not like uh, like one of those like under budget scenic railways where everything is kind of falling apart. Everything here seems to be really nice. I think, but aside from the F unit, I think that it's not really the engine that's kind of um it's not really the F unit that's the
Star of the show.
Star of the show. It's more of the cars. They have a bunch of really cool streamlined Burlington cars.
Stainless. They're beautiful.
I know
We'll get a chance to tour those tonight, I think, or not tour them, but we'll walk. We're going to try and walk around the train, permitting that we get good internet service out here.
But yeah, so they're really cool. And they got some really cool dome cars, and I mean it's.
And if you're just joining us, we're here at the Branson Scenic Railroad. We're here in Branson, Missouri, at the station. Behind us, we got our F unit from the Branson Scenic Railroad.
So yeah, I mean it's really cool. And then on the other end, what a lot of people don't know, actually what we didn't know, is they have a GP35, I think it is. That it's really cool because it's just like the one at the Nevada Southern Railway. that Grandpa drove. So I love the way those look, just like this general purpose.
Yeah, they are. You can't see them really well where we've got a vantage point. But we'll take everybody around on this, and hopefully everybody can stay with us. Welcome to Fast Friday. Again, we're here in Branson, Missouri. We're on location doing Anita, the Santa Fe Queen's got a dance competition. So we were going to call off Fast Friday, but we thought, you know what? There's a neat train out here, and we'll try and do some on-location stuff right here by the train. So it's kind of like you're saying, George, the engines are neat, but they're not the stars of the show, are they?
It's the cars, and actually, these cars are probably in the best shape I've ever seen. Like any stainless steel, streamlined passenger car from the 50s, 60s era, they're probably the best the best shape I've ever seen, or in the best shape I've ever seen. It looks like they do a really good job on keeping them up, and even for them being kept outside, it looks like they're in like a relatively real good shape, to keep staying away from vandals and stuff like that.
Right. So let's kind of move this around over here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fast Friday. Welcome in. We're going to do things a little bit different tonight. I've got my phone. We're on my phone cam here. And if you're just joining us, we're in Branson, Missouri. Please smash that like button. It is so hot here. You can probably see the sweat glistening off my face. But there it is. We're right underneath the station platform. And there's the F unit for the Branson Scenic Railroad. I'm not really sure what the heritage is on that, or even what kind of F unit it is right now. But we're riding on this tomorrow, and we're planning on putting out a GFW Trains jaunt on that, right, George?
Yes.
So the station, why don't you take everybody around the station, George? Well, I'm going to move this around here. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you're just coming through the door, please smash that like button. We are filming on location here in Branson, Missouri, at the, where are we at, George?
At the Branson Scenic Railroad.
Right. And, okay, so let me see. I've got to do some work here, guys. We are going to turn this around. And, all right. George, you got to speak up because it's looks like there's been a lot done to it per se to make it more modern. But you come over here on this side, so you're by the. All right, now what's up, George?
It's, as you can see, it looks like they've done a real good job keeping it up to date. As you can see, it's got ditch lights, which you don't ever really see on an F unit. It's also, it's also got some other stuff that just are visually different, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's really cool. And then the station, station's real nice and cute too. It's got the glass panes over here that have the F unit on it, which are kind of cool. And it's got a chalkboard with all the station times, which I don't know, it's something new I've never really seen. And then it's just got some benches over here for everybody to wait on. And so.
Well, let's go take a little walk around. Hopefully everybody can hear us. Please give me let us know if you can hear us. Yeah, we are not getting much feedback from everybody that is joining us this evening. If you are, welcome here. Again, we are on location here. There's George. Make sure you speak up tonight, George, because it's going to be hard to hear everybody. All right, this way, George. Why don't you walk in front of me and tell everybody what we got going on here? Speak up.
Basically, from other than what I've already said, there isn't really too much more than until you see the cars. They're really cool. It's kind of it'll be interesting. The views of the cars are really cool.
Can everybody see this? Please respond. We're not. Yeah, I know that George needs to be closer to the microphone. We're on my phone right now, and hopefully I can get George to speak up a little bit more. There we go. This is the trains consist. That's the F unit. There's two engines here, one in the front, one in the back. It's a push-pull, and it's a Burlington consist.
I wonder if the F unit's Burlington. I bet you it is.
I wonder. It's called the Branson Zephyr.
Yeah, because everything's like Zephyr. It's like everything like is all Burlington cars.
So we can't walk alongside of it here, but what we're going to do is we're going to walk over here along this fence. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Slagcat, Ours Trains, Robert Decker, Robert Edwards, Clara Decker, Slagcat, Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad, Conrail 8098, Brendan's Trains, Robert Edward, Chris Lambert, Devon McKenzie, Northeast Penn Productions, I think George Worderick, of course, OG, there we go, Scotsman Productions, Brendan's Trains. We'd be giving you a whistle right now, but we're here on location looking at this beautiful, beautiful engine. We got Bill Cabernis, he in the house. Let's see, here in Branson, Missouri. That's right. We're right here on location in Branson, Missouri. I think I got everybody coming through the door. We got a light crowd, but again, we are on location. We're filming at the Branson Scenic Railroad here. We're going on this train tomorrow. Unfortunately, we weren't here early enough to get the dinner tickets, but we are going to be riding on it. There's some neat cars, man. That's some of the neatest that I've seen. What do you think, George?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I think it's kind of hard to explain them. You just got to see them, which we'll be able to do in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, they're really cool.
All right. Hey, Train Finder Craig, welcome to the stream. Come on in, smash that like button. We're on location here in Branson, Missouri, checking out the Branson Scenic Railroad. All right, so let's go walk along the train. So, George, if you didn't catch this, we are at a dance competition for Anita. And down here, this is another kind of neat part of it about it, too. We, at the railroad here, there is a caboose. There's actually two cabooses.
And two ex-Amtrak baggage cars. And they're like really cool because it's like everything's patched up, but you can tell that they're Amtrak.
Right. Here we are. We're going to go up. This is a fence that goes alongside the railroad here.
It's kind of like there's like a path that goes along it, but it's for the hotel, I think.
Yep. All right. Is everybody able to hear George a little bit better? It's hard to tell. We're not getting much feedback tonight, and I don't have a way that I can type anything in. So please let me know how things are going. So there's the engine right there. It's kind of a neat one, isn't it, folks?
Oh, yeah. I'm more.
Anybody know what kind of engine that is? No, it's an F unit.
Yeah. Like
I don't know about the. All right, and look at those cars. You can kind of catch a glimpse of the cars. The beautiful stainless cars of it's called the Branson Zephyr. And they're beautiful old Burlington cars. In fact, when come up over here, George, make sure you're over here on this side. In fact, on this car right here, you can even see underneath where it says Branson Zephyr, you can see the old Burlington painting underneath there. It's really, really neat. Randall Ellison says it's an FP9, George.
There you go.
So there's the Westport. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't from this angle, but underneath where it says the Branson Scenic Railroad, you can see where it says Burlington route on there.
There'll be some more like cars that are more like they'll be easier to see the ex-Burlington stuff. I don't think this one's you can't really see it on this one, but yeah, this one's baggage or an observation car.
I think this one's a dining car, but it's an observation at the end. They're using it as a dining car. You can see the tables inside.
There are quite a few observation cars here, just like not like observation cars like you'd think, but like kind of short and stubby ones. But yeah, so
this is the second one, is the Silver Chef. This one looks like this is a
you can see the Burlington.
Yeah. And this one is an old or they still use it as a dining car. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Yeah, we're going to go to the BransonScenicRailroad.com and check out what this equipment is. We probably should have done our homework a little bit better before we started the stream. But we came out here a couple of days ago, and we didn't have really good access to the train over here. So, yep, diner. That's right, Dad. Silver Chef. Can you see it right? You can kind of see it. I can't zoom in. But you can see underneath where it says Branson Scenic Railroad. You can see where it says where the Burlington Zephyr sign is on it.
It's like,
we'll see if we can get a little closer.
yeah.
Ooh. It's rough over here. Oh, there might be a hole right here. We can get in right next to the pooper scooper.
I mean, it's like it's kind of hard to see, I think, but like the Burlington, like it's like the car is weathered, but then the Burlington spot isn't. You know, it looks like they just put it on.
See that? That's beautiful. I love the way these stainless cars look. What do you think, George?
I think they're cool. I think that
look at, they've got 3 dome cars. Man, I'm really disappointed. I would have really liked to have ridden in those dome cars for dinner.
Oh yeah. Do they have tables up top, or is it just seats?
Yeah, I know they have seats up top where you can eat dinner.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, from what we see there, I mean, they have at least, how long of a train do you think it is? Like
well, I don't know. 14, yeah, it's a pretty long one.
And they have an engine on each end, which is kind of cool. Actually, it's kind of really cool.
The Silver Range, this is so beautiful. I mean, you got to be here to see this. I think, what's that? I'm sorry, the Silver Island. Man, I think this is one of the most beautiful passenger cars I've ever seen. I love this stainless steel. I really wish I could have seen some of these Burlingtons when they were in their prime running through Yorkville. Wouldn't that have been cool, George?
Oh, yeah. That would have been really cool.
Randall Ellison says, I just Googled it, Wally, and it says a BSR 98 is actually an AB F9PH. So it's an F9. What does PH stand for? Do you know?
No, I don't know. It's like, oh, so I think maybe that, yeah, I don't know. I think, passenger. P stands for passenger, and then the H stands for, I don't know.
You can see in here the tables. This is where they serve the dinner that's on the train. We didn't get our tickets in time. Oh, Grandpa says, notice the generators in the old battery boxes. So you know where the battery boxes are, George?
Right there.
Yep. And then over here in the Silver Chef. Interesting, Grandpa. That's a nice take on that. Thanks to everybody for coming. I know that this is a little bit different, and hopefully we've got a lot less viewers today, and I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. We're going to have an abbreviated show. We'll probably go for an hour, but we thought this would be a really, really neat thing to share. We're going on the Branson Scenic Railroad tomorrow. So, yeah, pretty neat stuff over here. So we'll move along. So that was the Silver Island. And then moving along on the train here. Can everybody hear us okay? It says it should be a GP30 on the other end. Hey, North Country Trains, how you doing?
One exactly like the one that Grandpa drove.
Say that again, George.
One exactly like the one Grandpa drove. Thanks.
Yep. So this is the Silver Terrace. Another beauty, man. Look at this thing. Look at. Isn't that beautiful? Hey, Stephen Williams, how you doing? My train dog from Chicago. We're out on location right now. We're scouting out the Branson Scenic Railroad, looking at this beautiful, beautiful consist of ex-Burlington passenger cars here. This is the Branson Zephyr. We've got 3 dome cars. We've got a diner that we've gone through. Beautiful, beautiful consist. But down here in Branson, George and I are on location checking this out. So welcome. If you're just rolling through the door, make sure you smash that like button for us. We'd appreciate that. We've got an abbreviated show tonight. Usually we go a little bit longer, but like I said, we're on location, so we're only going to go about an hour. We thought it'd be a lot of fun to show this off. Check this thing out. Look at how beautiful this is. Again, you can see it underneath here, where the Burlington is, or where the Burlington was underneath where it says Branson Scenic. Can you guys? Yeah, you can see it pretty good there in this scene.
Wow. I've never been up in a dome car.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to go so bad. It's a neat view. Grandpa says he ride via rail, and they still use these dome cars. Has anybody here ever been on the Branson Scenic Railroad? Oh yeah, Scotsman Production. Yeah, it is a nice change of scenery.
Observation car.
So yeah, this is the one that's the observation car.
Yeah.
So let's go back. This is an interesting one. The Silver Terrace is an observation car. We were looking at this before, but it's a little bit different observation car because it doesn't have a rounded obs. Are you sure this is this end? No, this one's not the observation car.
No, the observation car's over there.
Oh, the obs is on this end. Gotcha. Randall says, hey, Wally, you and George are going to visit the Thayer sub on your way back and do a little rail fanning?
Ooh, probably not. Just because we have to get back in the day, and it took us, like, how long did it take us getting back? They're getting here is like 9 hours or something.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right, PRR Joe. We're on scene here in the Branson Scenic Railroad. These are one-to-one trains we're looking at today. On site, we're doing this a little bit differently. We are, hey, Lance Boyles, Lionel and Mark's trains. Welcome to the stream. We are at the Branson Scenic Railroad here in Branson, Missouri. George and I are on location filming here. Oh, now this is cool. Now, like we were talking about, this one's a little bit different. This is an observation dome car here, the Silver Terraces.
Look at that.
And if you look
on the side, it says it has one of those drums that says the Ozark Zephyr.
Oh, that's neat. We're gonna get a better view of that. The Ozark Zephyr over there. Yeah, that's really neat. So that one's the Silver Terrace. And let's go back over here so you can see the drum head. Let's see. I can't zoom in with but
It's kind of hard to see.
You can right on the other side of that my finger there. You can see that where it says Ozark Zephyr, and that's like a drum head on the back of that that car there. That's neat. So this one here, I'm not 100% sure. Hey, Grandpa says this is the variation with the rivets on the nameplate instead of the glue, or it's glued on.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, it's a reference to the speedliners made by Lionel and the nameplates that they put on. Some of them have screws, some of them have rivets, and some of them are glued on. So, yeah. So, you're just rolling through the door. Welcome. George and I are on scene at the Branson Scenic Railroad. We're walking through this beautiful, beautiful consist here that they've got of old Burlington cars. I think that they're all Burlington cars. I mean, if they're not Burlington cars, they're made to look like Burlington cars. So that was the Silver Terrace. And this one, my wife likes the name best. It's the Silver Bell. And this one I think is a diner too, isn't it? Maybe somebody can...
Yeah, it looks like it.
Grandpa says that one is a dome observation lounge. This one here. Dome observation lounge.
Made into a dining car.
Right. And so then this is... somebody can weigh in on this. Yeah, George is all giddy. He's out of high school. That's right. And so is Corey. Corey's done with high school. Congratulations on that, Corey. Corey just took his last class in high school and he's good to go. So what is this? It's Lance. The weather is crazy hot here. It's got up to 100 today here in Branson, Missouri. Train finder Craig. So I think this is a dining car. At least I think on this end it's a kitchen car. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah, it's probably a kitchen car. A lot of them, like with the windows covered up, are kitchen cars.
Cool. Well, let's keep rocking and rolling down this train. Chris Lambert says the left side's the kitchen, the right side's the diner. Again, just what we like. It looks like a combo car. North Country says, haha, can't wait for all of the videos to come out, pouring out, and your trip, of course. Well, yeah, we're going to have a video on this one, but that's the only train thing that we've gotten so far. We went to a hobby store here in Branson. That was kind of cool. We didn't have much time to stay there, though. Right, George?
Yeah, we already made a video on the train shop too.
Oh yeah, we went to Train Town. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. You're thinking of Train Town. Yeah, we went to this other train stuff. It wasn't really a train store. It was more of like a hobby shop. And the guys there they were kind of scary. But yeah.
We just we're in and out real quick, so we didn't have much time to converse with them. So yeah, so that one's the Silver Bell, and this is the Silver Lake. I'm guessing we'll probably ride on this one when we come, because we just got the general tickets here.
There's another dome.
Yep, here's another dome. We'll come up here a little bit further. Welcome everybody. You're just coming through the door. Do me a favor, smash that like button. Support each other's channels. We got a neat community here. It's kind of like a half speech. We got a neat community here in this model railroading community and this railroading community. So on YouTube, support each other. Check out each other's channels. Like, subscribe. And yeah, do that. So this is the Silver Lake. This one looks like it's just for right now just a general seating car. This one's a neat one because this one's the first one that's got a nameplate on it. It says Rail Dome Corporation up on the corner here.
Oh.
I didn't see that on any of the other ones.
I wonder if this one's like a privately owned one then.
Yeah, I wonder too. George, you're going to make sure that you speak up here because we're going by some fans. The Silver Garden. Man, that is so beautiful.
Because it looks like everything's like original on the inside. It doesn't look like they've converted it to a dinner or like a dining car.
Oh man, if we can get on that one. Oh wow, my mind would be blown if we could get on that. That would be cool. That is such a beautiful car, isn't it, George?
Oh yeah.
I've only ridden in a dome car once. That was in Seattle when we were on the railroad out there. We rode on a dinner train, and I got a chance to ride the dome car there, George.
Was that when I was born?
No, it was before you were born. I don't even know if they have that railroad anymore. There's the Silver Garden. So this is kind of neat too. So it's hard to get back to where the trains are. But we're walking along the railway here. This is the last one that you can see that they actually use, but there is a neat couple of other cars that they've got down here. All right, so the Silver Lake is a 1951 Bud Buffet Lounge, formerly the parlor car Casimir Pulaski from the Pennsylvania Railroad, and then converted to a buffet lounge by Amtrak. So it's Pennsylvania.
Which one is that?
That's the Silver Lake. Yep. So these are neat. These are ones that we were wondering about too. We were figuring this is a express coach, an Amtrak express coach. But this one's neat. You're in for a treat on these two. A couple of cars down here that we thought were really, really cool. Especially taking the cue from the windows here. Yeah. Just got notification. Anita got a double diamond. So good job, Anita. Double diamond is the highest score that you can get in her dance routine. So she's done that. So check out these cars. We're not sure. These are different cars, and they're painted up differently. They're kind of like pickled compared to the other ones, where they seem like they're pickled.
All the windows are
like
tinted,
the windows are blacked out. They're primered over. But one of them is really neat. One of them, I think, is ex-Milwaukee Road. Up here. I'll try and speak up. We're getting into a loud area here. But look at this one up here. I want to back off a little bit. Check out those windows. Grandpa says my first dome ride was when I rode the Grand Floridian. So check this one out. I'm pretty sure this is ex-Milwaukee Road here. Again, this is another one that looks like it's kind of pickled, or at least one that they don't use too often.
Ever. Like the windows are all like I don't know. Wow.
But it doesn't look bad. Not at all. I mean, it looks like they could use it with just a little bit of effort on it.
It's interesting to see like the difference between these cars and then the ones that they use.
Say that again, George.
It's interesting to see the difference between these cars and the ones that they use.
So then the other thing that you can see down here, I think, if you peek through these, is you can see the engine. Nope, not yet. It's down here where we can see the engine. So then they've got one last stainless one down here.
I bet you they'll put this one on for our train tomorrow. It seems to be like a general seating car.
Yeah, this is another general seating car. It doesn't have a, oh, it's, what's this one's called the Echo, right, George?
Yeah, and it doesn't have any like railroad like plates on it.
No markings. It's a little bit different than the other ones. And hopefully when we get through this spot right here, we'll be able to see that other engine. I might have moved that other engine. Oh, there it is. There's the other engine. Can't really get a good view on that one. One's a GP30, George? Is that what we said earlier?
Yeah.
GP30?
Yeah. I bet you it's XUP. Or actually it might be Burlington. Burlington had them too.
Yeah? The Echo. Yeah, this one has got definitely got like a Amtrak look to it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's even got the numbers too, the 856.
Yep. When was it lubed, George?
5/25/21.
Oh, good thing you're not an inspector.
Wait, 27.
There's the engine right over there. We're not going to get a good look at that tonight. So Randall says, I tried to mail your boxcar off, but the post office was closed for lunch and I didn't have time to wait. So, all right, well, we're waiting for that one. That'll be really cool to get. We'll go down here to the end of the road and maybe we'll see if we can take a look back on some of this stuff. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. As you probably may or may not have heard, we are on location at Branson, Missouri, at the Branson Scenic Railroad. And we are doing this off of my phone on our live stream. A little bit different format. We'll probably only go for an hour today. Ooh, look at this one. This is a little rough shape down here at the end.
I bet you that's why they don't use it. Oops.
Bass Pro Shop on the other side. Yeah, so that vestibule looks like it's kind of rough shape there.
Like all ratted out.
So that's neat. And the railway goes down here. Yep.
I think it goes that way, and then it ends. I was looking on the map. It goes like that way about a mile, and then it ends, and then you turn around and go
a mile?
out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's neat. Well, let's go back up to the front. We'll kind of go through this. So was there anything that anybody wanted to see from these cars? Anybody got any input on what that one with the round windows are? That looks kind of Milwaukee Road-ish, I think. So Rick R says the RPCX 856 Silver Echo is a 1947 Bud 60-seat coach, formerly from the Richmond, Fredericksburg, and Potomac Railroad. It looks like that. It does. It looks like it's more of a commuter type of car. If you look at the window or the seats in there and the seating and everything like that.
It's built for. It looks like it's like to maximize the seating.
Right.
The amount of people that can go in.
Railfan Roger says, how far are we from La Plata? I'm not sure how far we are from La Plata. We haven't really done like a traditional type of vacation where we're going and touring and everything like that. We are at Anita's dance competition. So we've been kind of just based around her dance competition, taking in a lot of things from the Branson area. One of the coolest things is right by where we're staying is by the Silver Dollar City, which is an amusement park.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear too much about it, but we haven't seen it at all. But from what we hear, it's pretty cool.
Right. So the Silver Dollar Amusement Park though has a train in it.
It does. Yeah.
And from our porch, we can hear the train whistle.
Yes, and it echoes too. Like the way the mountain is, it like echoes a lot, and it's really cool.
All right, we'll walk back up here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Railfan Roger. Yeah, this is the one I'm really interested in. This one, like I said, this one looks like it's ex Milwaukee with those round porthole windows like that, but it's hard to tell.
I bet you that's a kitchen car.
Could be. Could be. It looks like, yeah, probably a kitchen car, a dining car, or something like that. It's interesting how these are a little bit, have a different look than those other ones. But this one looks like, the one next to it looks like it's pickled. You can see it's like all of the different things have been painted over, where this one actually does look like you could couple it on and it would be ready to go.
Other than the windows are pretty.
Yeah, the have to buff those out or something. Yep, Bass Pro Shop, exactly. Grandpa says those are RIP. I don't know what he means by this, but he says RIP cars were on the ACL and also Southern trains also. Randall says, did you ride any of the rides at Silver Dollar City, Wally and George? We didn't. We didn't make it out there to Silver Dollar City. Believe it or not, Silver Dollar City costs more to go to than Disney World. So we plus we didn't have enough time to just go over there, because I would have really liked to ride the train there at Silver Dollar City.
It's very similar to, like, from what we see on the internet, it's very similar to the one that they have at Disneyland, like the train is.
Yeah, like the little one, like the Ward Kimball.
Yeah.
So the trip, I think, is a 2-hour trip that we're going on tomorrow. We're going on a 2 p.m. tour. The 5 p.m. is a dinner train, but there weren't any tickets left on the dinner train, so we weren't able to go on the dinner train. So on our trip out here, as we're walking along here, we had a chance to go to one of our favorite train shops in the whole United States, huh, George?
Yeah, Train Town.
Train Town. Yeah, for those of you who haven't ever been there, if you ever make it through St. Louis, you gotta stop at Train Town. Train Town is like a throwback shop that blows your mind, huh?
Oh yeah, everybody there is really nice, and it's like piled with trains.
What kind of trains, George?
Post-war, mostly post-war. Well, old gauge, but post-war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can catch a glimpse of that engine there too.
It's like they just like spray painted it over.
So, yeah, talking about the car. Yeah, just like a primer to keep it from rusting, probably. Tim's trains. Yes, Tim's. It's a 1-to-1 train here. George is negotiating to try and Silver Dollar City is the sister park to Dollywood. Exactly. So tell me more about Train Town, George. Your experience at Train Town.
Well, the guys there were really nice. They love Papa and I. But yeah, every time we go there, there's always a bunch of really cool stuff. When we went there, we got a gosh, what kind of car was it?
It's a passenger car, but I don't know what the number is.
It's like an old tin plate one. But there's a 3-car set. We had 2, and they had the one we needed to finish the set, so we got it.
Hey, D. Klinger, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
It's really cool. A lot of their modern selection isn't really they don't really have a lot of it there.
I think that they do like their modern selections, all like trades and stuff like that.
Yeah, they don't really, and it's all like not really like, you don't find the deals in the modern stuff. But
they've got modern stuff, and they've got fair prices on the modern stuff, right?
Yeah, it's most of the post-war. I think that's like
the post-war is the gem, and some pre-war too.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of standard gauge. I think their oldest set was like from 1906. That's what they said.
1916.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes. Yep.
They were bragging about it the other day.
But nice guys, the owners of the shop. If you ever make it out there or make it to St. Louis, it's definitely a must-see. It's probably a throwback. Probably as close to like Madison Hardware as we'll ever get, huh, George?
Yeah. I mean, it's really cool, just like the way everything is like put out. They have like boxes and boxes of 64 box cars. Like we were there, and I pull out this like paper, like I don't know what you'd call it, like a cardboard box that you'd like
a banker's box.
Yeah. And there was at least 3 rows of Southern Pacific 64 box cars.
Yeah, there must have been 15 of them in there if there was one.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
That's not even the good ones. The good ones were out on the shelf. They had like 4 good ones out on the shelf.
I know. It's really cool.
Hey, Bernsey, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great Friday. We're here at the Branson Scenic Railroad checking things out. Steven Stolaway says hi from Green Bay. Go Packers. Go 4017 there in Green Bay. That's the coolest part, or one of the things we love there in Green Bay.
Yeah. We also like the Bears.
So,
Oh yeah, the National Railway Museum's like right next to where the Packers play. I forgot about that.
right
Like
next
down
to
the
Lambeau
street.
Field,
Yeah.
the National Railway Museum. We like it out there. Train storm says somebody mentioned the Titanic. I'm awake. Look at these cars, though. These cars are beautiful.
Oh yeah, real cool. You want to know something I see that's kind of funny?
Tell me, George.
So it's a railway hub and garden. The garden looks real nice.
It's an urban garden, railway urban garden. Is that what it? It's got yeah, the garden's nice. The plus they got a bullet train there.
Oh yeah. Shinkansen, I think that's what it was. Oh yeah, check that out. I wonder what the deal is with this one. Because it doesn't look. It looks like a. Doesn't look like. It looks all like original, if that makes sense.
It does.
Compared to the other ones, which are like.
All right, somebody with
seated.
the computer at their fingertips, get on that the Branson Scenic Railroad website and look up what the history is of this Silver Garden. That's a neat one. We'd love to find that out. Train Finder Craig says, "Hi, George Sirens."
Yeah, I got into a little trouble. They found out I was, I was going fast and furious out here.
We were going to make it to the Titanic Museum today, but we didn't get a chance because of the extreme heat and the dance competition. Everybody, we ended up just going back and chill to the
hotel, or not
yep.
The hotel, like the house, or whatever you want to call it.
And just chilling out. So this is the one that's the ex-Pennsylvania Railroad for you, Bernsey. The Silver Lake here is ex-Pennsylvania. Oh, it's interesting, George. This one has doesn't have a plate like the Burlington ones do.
What do you mean by plate?
Where it said Burlington Route up over here. Remember how we were talking? So if you're here, you can see it. We'll see if we can get another one right up here where it says, right there. You can see where it says Burlington Route underneath it.
I bet you that one's the Milwaukee Road one.
That could be. With that portal window, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, or that might be an ACL one. Atlantic Coastline.
Oh.
They had.
That's a name I don't hear every day.
Everybody's saying the cops are after us, George. We're hiding. We're incognito. We're going as tourists right now. So yeah, this one, it's got a plate down where it says Silver Lake, but up at the top where it says Branson Scenic, there's no plate. You can see on some of these there's a plate. Actually, this one here too, the Silver Bell doesn't have a plate as well.
The Burlington cars have a very distinct look to them.
They do.
You can tell them out over other cars.
Yeah, man, I am telling you what though, George, I'm in love with these stainless cars like this. They're so beautiful. If you ever make it here to Branson, you got to make sure that you make it out here to at least see this train. This is neat. It's neat, and it's really kept up. You can tell that they've. I mean, it seems at least from the outside that they've pumped a lot of money back into keeping these things looking nice and not dilapidated.
Is this a city railway? Like, is this something that the city?
I don't think so.
Or is it private?
I think it's a private. But for those of you who don't know, Branson is kind of a touristy city where they've got a lot of little touristy things, and it's in Missouri, down by Arkansas, the Arkansas area of Missouri. This one here, if you're just catching up with us, this one's kind of a neat one. This one's a dome observation car.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. It looks like they've kind of made it into a kitchen car. It's not really a dome car anymore, but it is like. They don't use it as a dumb car,
or at least a lounge dome.
Yeah,
They
put those seats in it like for dining.
And then it's an odd observation. It looks like they use the door in the back as a walk-through door too.
Yeah.
And this one you can see as we get closer. This one's at Old Burlington. You can see the plate where you can see where it says Burlington right underneath it. Silver Lake is an ex-Penske car, right? So, yeah, I don't know if you can see. We'll get closer. Yeah, I'm not getting a good angle on. We'll go over here where it's closer. This one is where you can really see underneath where it says Branson Scenic. You can see where it says Burlington. See how underneath there where the coloration is a little bit different? So they have a dinner train and they sell dinner tickets on it. Actually, now that I think about it, if it's I should have asked them about how to sit in the dome. But because if it's not a dinner train when we're on it, they might probably using these cars for something else, right?
Yeah. Or they might take them off too.
Yep. Darn it, I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna have to call them tomorrow morning. Tell them I'll pay them extra to sit in the dome.
It's really cool, like the way these are set up.
It's beautiful. Silver Island. It's another former Burlington. Again, you can tell it's a Burlington because it's got the plate on it over and where it says Branson Scenic. That plate underneath it, you can read where it said Burlington.
It looks like they extended it too.
Yep. It's like speedliners for all of you Lionel guys. Grandpa says it's the variation that's glued on.
Yeah. Which one's the more rare
So the
one?
Southern Bells,
the one with the screws are, right?
The bolts. The bolts are the rarest post-war version. So the Silver Bell's an ex-Southern car, and the rest of them appear to be former CB&Q cars.
Interesting. That's cool.
I know. I'm with you, Corey. I'd have loved to see these cars fly through the Midwest back in the day, too. I wonder if these flew right through Yorkville, because the old Burlington Zephyr used to come through Yorkville, right by where we live, right through town. If you're just joining us, welcome, B and Brett. If you're a Burlington guy, man, you're gonna like this train we got here today. We're out at the Branson Scenic Railroad, checking out the old Burlington cars that they have here on this train. No, Trainstorm, you'd be impressed from what we see on the outside. And like I said, stay tuned for the video that we're going to put out. But from the outside looking in the windows, the interiors look pretty nice. Hey, Will Cox Rail Fan Production. Glad you're here. Glad you can make it. If you're just rolling in, smash that like button. We're kind of having an abbreviated stream tonight since we're on location. We're doing this off of my phone. And we're taking a look at the Branson Scenic Railroad. I think we're only going to go about an hour, maybe a little bit longer than an hour.
You know, I bet that when they got these cars, I bet you the Amtrak or the domes that they have, or not the domes, the baggage cars that they have, I bet you Amtrak's like, yeah, you got to take these.
Yeah. We're going to go check out those baggage cars as soon as we're done over here. Across the street, they've got some baggage cars that we're going to check out. Yeah, Burlington Northern's your favorite railroad. Well, these are some sweet, sweet cars. You can take a look. Here, this is another one. This is the Silver Chef, and this is really neat. If you look really close, I don't know if you can see it on the camera right now, but if you look really, really close under that where it says Branson Scenic, you can see where it used to say a Burlington route. You can see it you can see it better from here, but you can just barely make it out. So Randall Ellison says the one that's called Westport is an ex-Atlantic Coastline car. Yep. Bill says the CBQ 365 Silver Terrace description, Burlington route, 24-seat dome, 5-seat day use drawing room, parlor lounge, blunt end observation. Whew, we're in the shade a little bit. I'm telling you, it's so hot here in Branson. Got up to 100 degrees today. So, all right, here's what we got here. Steven says at the National Railroad Museum here in Green Bay, we have the Burlington Zephyr Observation Silver Spirit, number 300, donated in 1971, then restored in 2010 for the Polar Express. Very cool. Wilcox Railfan Productions says, GFW, may I say something that isn't mentioned to be said while this is current train business? Not sure what you mean by that, but you know what? Go ahead, post it up there. So, Rocket Man Bilko says Silver Terrace to the Burlington Northern 1192 to Amtrak 9320, retired in 1985 and stored until 1993 to Larry Smith Rail Voyagers, later resold to the Branson Scenic Railroad and refurbished in 2002.
Well, there you go.
Yep. So Randall saying in the F9 PH started life as a B&O, George.
Interesting. That's kind of cool.
So Wilcox is all right. We'll I'm not sure about the Discord server. So I am sure. I believe you about the Discord server. I know that we've been having some trouble and we haven't had the time. At least George and I haven't had the time to monitor it. So we'll take a look at that. And then unfortunately, it may have reached the end of its life because George and I don't have any time to monitor it. And I think. Well, we'll see. But I appreciate you giving me a heads up on that. Hello, Metro Amtrak BNSF the Horn Show guy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying yourself this Friday. We're on location at the Branson Scenic Railroad. Here is the beautiful F9 PH at the Branson Scenic Railroad. Look at this thing. So nice, like the paint job is. Get that in there. Started life as a B&O. All right, well, I have to take a look at those that Discord there. Maybe George can take a look at the Discord. So I appreciate everybody giving us a heads up about that. So this is an F9PH, right, George?
Yeah, like F9L or something like that. It's got PH. And it's an F9.
There it is. All its glory. And this is the station where you get on and off the train at. I don't know how old this locomotive is. We weren't even sure it was going to be here when we came down here, so we didn't have a chance to look up the history on this stuff. But as you can see too, that looks like that's an observation car too, the one that's on the end of the train here, right up butted next to it. Hi Isaiah, thanks for stopping by. We are enjoying ourselves and having a great weekend. I hope you are too. So that's the Branson Scenic Railroad's engine. So what we're going to do right across the street, you can see that the engine comes out here. There it is coming back over here. This is good old downtown Branson. You got your camera, George?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So here's another shot of this. Hey, Iron Fox, how you doing? Iron Fox, they were just telling me about the Discord. I got your email I did the other day about wanting to be a mod on that, and I think I might take you up on that. Get that up. So PRR Joe says it was built in 1951 and refurbished in 1981. So as you can see, they've got it parked on a spur here, but the train siding is on the other side of the street over here. So we're gonna see if we can go back down on the other side of the street towards this caboose. George is a little bit.
Yes.
He's a little bit shy. We're walking around here. There's all kinds of people. He doesn't want to walk next to his old man who's talking to the live stream. Railroad crossing. We got to come up here to the come up here, George. Walk next to your old man. He's all nervous and like as soon as I get going, you gotta get on this side so you can talk, George. There's downtown Branson in all its glory.
It's like really weird the way it's like.
It's very hilly.
We're
We're not from an area with hills in the Midwest where we're from in Chicago.
Hey, here's the deal.
Oh, Iron Fox, I'm sorry. Yeah. Go across here. So yeah, we'll be on for a little bit longer here. I think we were planning on doing an hour or so, and then getting back since we're just on the phone as opposed to the studio and everything like that.
Oh, that's an interesting bus.
Oh yeah. So here's the parking lot for the train. Chris Lambert says if he was here, he'd buy me an iced tea. I would actually really like an iced tea right about now.
It is so hot. I think we're both like really, really thirsty too.
So Randall says it's a freight line that they run on. Interesting.
What is this?
Train Storm says we need to knock on some windows and tell them they're on the GFW trade show. Hey, buddy. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Hey, Nick's Crossing. How you doing? Hope you're having a great Friday. Glad you could join us. We're on location at the in Branson, Missouri, at the Branson Scenic Railway. The Momo Sushi Shop. We learned about the Momo on the way out here. Momo is short for Missouri Monster. The Missouri Monster. So anyway, we'll go over here by these tracks. This is kind of neat. There's a couple of pieces of equipment out here that we're going to check out here on the railroad. The first one is was this one the Mopac? This wasn't the Mopac. This was a Frisco.
Yeah, the Mopac one. I don't know.
That one's
parked or something.
Yeah. Oh, Nick's just got back from filming Thomas the Tank. Well, that one will for sure get you lots of views when you get that one put up. Nothing gets you views like Thomas the Tank. Plus, you got some really, really good videography skills there, Nick. So I would imagine that's going to be a great video. Can't wait to see that one. Speaking of which, everybody who's here, make sure that you support each other's channels. Let's bring this YouTube community together, keep the flow going, and help each other out. Subscribe, like, comment. That really makes everybody's YouTube channels and their videos go a lot longer, and it puts it out through the algorithm in a really positive and fantastic way. So here's this Frisco. Actually, it doesn't really look like it. Looked from like it's a woodside caboose from the street, but it doesn't really look like a woodside caboose here as we're closer.
Like super weird.
Speech. You got it, Train Storm. Yeah, it's like got a baggage car side on it.
I bet you they use this on like the shorter like branch lines part. It's like it's like static too. There's no like track going.
Right.
Or there was at least. It looks like it's
Yeah, it does. It looks like they pulled up the track that it was on right up
now
there.
It's here forever.
Forever. Ooh, look, there's a nut right there, George.
You
Train nut.
drops a nut.
It's a train nut.
Can't leave their nuts
Ooh.
around here.
Yep, don't leave your nuts over here, George. So these are some nuts and bolts over there. So this is what we were talking about down here. This is kind of neat. These are a couple of Amtrak Amtrak baggage cars down here. We wanted to point out and show everybody. Yeah, North Country, isn't that a very interesting caboose?
Like something you don't see every day too. And I don't know like what kind of scenario you use it in either.
So yeah, 2 baggage cars down here. This is, even though they are like those silver ones, these are like the baggage cars that they used to use when I remember riding on the Amtrak, George. Ones that look like this.
I think they use these like up until like 5 years ago. I think
Yeah.
they're pretty like modern, ex-modern. If that makes sense.
Right. Agreed. What's that say there, George? A motorcycle week. But I like up here, it's got a patch over the Amtrak, George.
Oh yeah.
Check this out up here. Oh, look, and there's some neat equipment that they got over here. Broken knuckle couplers and some wheels.
We saw a truck yesterday around Wednesday.
Right.
Pulling a bunch of wheels.
Look at that. That's yeah, they do have the modern paint. That's exactly right. I don't know why I didn't catch that, but it is the modern paint. Look at that. It's patched over. And that's the modern Amtrak symbol too.
I bet they got these in like 2020.
HB tested 8819. It's got the patch, so it's a modern paint scheme, and as you can see, it's patched over the modern Amtrak symbol too. So these got to be a relatively modern coaches. So I don't want to get too far out into the area where they might think we're trespassing. So we'll just go back up here real quick and turn around. Ooh, check out those trucks, George.
Oh, wow.
Here's the end of the line over here. There's another patch.
Another.
Yeah. Train Storm says take home one of those wheels.
Put it in the flex. Like that idea.
Yeah, we would be weighted down there. Yeah, these aren't too
the flex.
Those cars aren't too much out of the service of Amtrak. They look like they're relatively new. There's one of them's got a date on the side. That doesn't mean anything, but it looks like it was last inspected or it had some type of inspection in 2019. That's this one right here.
I bet you, if anything, they turn these into kitchen cars.
Yeah, possibly.
What else are you gonna use a baggage car and a scenic railway for? You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right. Well, I wonder what it says underneath that. This right here, if it says anything. Oh, it's just a hole.
Oh.
This is where George said it was tested to date.
Yeah, I love the way these smell.
The grease and oil. Yeah, I like the way they smell too. Robert Edwards says those are Big Bear bells. See, but those have a Branson inspection on there. BSRX, so that's Branson. George.
Yes.
Come over here. You can get on the jacking pad. Oh, Bill says they'll turn them into gift shops.
Oh, most likely, yeah. That's what IRM did.
Right. IRM made those in the gift shops. They didn't have much of a gift shop here. I was hoping that they would have some neat stuff. But yeah, we're going to be riding this tomorrow. So watch out for a GFW Trains video on this in the near future. Because I think it's going to be, we're going to have a good time riding on this one. There's that caboose again. Oh, yeah, there was a Mopac one. Where was that one, George? Hold on a second. Let me see if it's just on the other side of this. If we can. Yeah, there was another caboose. Forgot about that. It's down the way here. We'll check it out. We're having a good time. George doesn't want to go back with all those dance girls just yet, huh? George is having to hang out with all kinds of girls with dance costumes on. It's not his favorite thing, is it, George?
No.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. Happy Fast Friday. If you're just joining us, we're at the Branson Scenic Railroad. Please smash that like button so that we can get out there with the algorithm and have everybody come and see us. Appreciate you hanging out with us on Friday. We enjoy your company. Hope you enjoy being here. So on the trip out here, we stopped at Train Town. We talked a little bit about that before, but Train Town is like really a kind of a throwback shop, isn't it, George?
Yeah, I mean it's about as like close to the Madison Hardware as you get.
And I mean, it's just got shelves and shelves and shelves packed with trains. We did a video on that last year, a little bit about a year ago at this time, where
What are we down there for?
we're for a dance. Another dancing.
Competition.
Yep. And they just have rows and rows and rows of the coolest stuff. Post-war, pre-war. They've got modern stuff. Now, modern stuff isn't necessarily their shtick.
There it is.
I think, oh yeah, it was just hidden right back over here. Modern really isn't their shtick, but I think that they take modern on trade on some of this stuff. Oh, there we go. This looks like it's a Lionel caboose, doesn't it, George? Hey, Ray at Golden Leaf Railroad. How you doing today? Glad you could join us on Fast Friday. We're on location here. Randall, I'm glad to hear that those paint schemes are looking good. This one, I swear, looks just like a Lionel caboose, the little Southern Pacific cabooses that Lionel has. Let's go check it out on the other side, George. Can we sneak through here? We got to go all the way around. So anyway, the where we were at, Train Town, they have, just like I said, a lot of neat inventory, and they have got, not only do they have got a lot of neat inventory, but their inventory is good. The guys are so friendly, and the prices are fair. It's a really kind of a cool spot. We could have visited with them for hours, right, George?
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, we had to leave kind of quick because
we're on the road. George wanted to go to Uranus. I've been to my. Oh no! All right, the other side looks better. There's no trees passing. I bet you there was graffiti on this side, unfortunately. Old Mopac one. Probably something for like a welcome center. Look at that. That one's cool. That one totally reminds me of a Lionel caboose and what like the Southern Pacific little Lionel cabooses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's pretty neat. Missouri Pacific. I love the logo for the Missouri Pacific.
Mopac.
Yep.
Yeah. The eagle.
I love that.
Has landed.
That almost was a GFW Trains logo.
Almost.
No, I almost made it into the GFW Trains logo because I like it so much. But UP owns the Mopac, and the UP is really, really crazy about their copyright stuff. So this is the Table Rock Asphalt Company, George.
Those of you who don't know, I have no clue why the caboose has anything to do with asphalt.
I have no idea too. So, yeah, we're gonna get back over to the railroad here. I think as soon as we can. We're on the wrong side of the tree line over here. But what we'll do is we'll walk back towards the station. Once we get back to the station, we'll say goodbyes to everybody and everything like that, and Thank everybody for joining us on the stream because we've had a really, really good time exploring the Branson Scenic Railroad.
It's like the old workshop.
Yeah, yeah, it's a old workshop over here.
Dang.
Oop, we didn't go that we turned too soon. Looks like have to do some bushwhacking around here. Spur that ends. I think we can. Oh no, I don't want to. We'll just go through over here. So as I was saying, I hope everyone's having a good, or continues to have a good weekend. Lots of train stuff. I know that Corey's been busy, hasn't been doing his live streams, but I get a scoop from his dad that Corey's going to be starting up his streams on Sunday again. This is our George 119th stream.
The next one's 120.
120.
Wow.
120. I don't think I've done 120 of anything before in my life. Canoeing, maybe. Yeah, canoe strokes. I'll tell you what, rather than getting all the way back there by the... We'll make it all the way back. So, yeah, happy Father's Day, George. So, George, I'm excited about Father's Day.
Tell them the story.
Which story?
The one when we were in Jewel.
Oh, so we were in Jewel the other day, and I'm with George here. Let me turn this around here as we're walking. Settings. Excuse us, guys. There we go. Look at those beautiful guys. Yep. All right. So anyway, we were in Jewel,
Or like some like.
and we were having some coffee, some Starbucks coffee, and we were having some donuts. I was like, "Hey, George, you know when Father's Day is?" George gives me this look like, "Oh yeah, I got this." I say, "When is it, George?" He holds up 4, and it's 4. What 4 is what?
July.
And I said, he's like the 4th. I was like, what? What day is the? He's like, it's on the 4th. I was like, what? What month? He's like, Father's Day is on the 4th of July. Yeah, he's been getting to this one. So hey, humanity, how you doing? If you're just rolling in, we're on location here in Branson, Missouri, at the Branson Scenic Railroad. We're going to be on this railroad tomorrow. You can see the train in the background up over here. Let's see, you can see it back over there? Yep. And we're going to be riding that tomorrow. So we're headed back over to the station. We're going to probably be signing out. I know that this is a little bit shorter than we usually do on our streams, but this one's a little bit different of a stream here because, yeah, we're on location. We're on scene. But good times here at the Branson Scenic Railroad. In fact, you know what? Let's get this signed out here. So we'll go back over here by the railroad, the track. Actually, since we got some more people coming on, you want to go by the train again, or you? George is like, oh, you do? I don't know, pops. So yeah, if you just joining us, we were across the way from us is the Branson Scenic Railroad, and it's beautiful, beautiful consists of about 14 cars, George? I didn't count them all, yeah. But it's called the Ozark Zephyr or the Branson Zephyr, and
yeah. It's really cool. But yeah.
All right, so we'll get over there, take a look at those cars one more time real quick, and then we'll give it a sign off. So here's good old Branson. I'm going to turn the camera around here, guys. Oops, I didn't mean to turn it off. There we go. So there's the station over there. There's the F unit, F9PH.
F90. Wonder what made them think of putting 98 as the number.
I wonder too.
When the railroad was founded or something.
Yeah, maybe the year they got it. Hey, Ray at Golden Leaf Railroad. Welcome to the stream. We're just buttoning things up here. Branson Scenic Railroad. George and I are going to do a little jaywalking right now. Ready? Ready? Boom, 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 boom. Oop, that was on breaking the law on video, George. Usually that's what the lawyers say not to do. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm not giving you good legal advice then.
No, you're not.
So we'll check it out here. So this is the F units right here. And you can see that the consist goes all the way back there. Really, really neat. So, all right. Whoa, 6 tornado warnings.
Where's this?
Cincinnati, George.
Oh, that was the Schultz, I think.
All right. So, you know what? Oop, didn't mean to turn that off, guys. Need to turn this
so,
on.
like, inconvenient. Like,
The way that they've got this?
yeah, like
yeah, they do.
StreamYards, if you're watching, I don't think anybody is. But, you guys should, like, make the Switch thing like the Apple one. It's just a button. Right?
All right. It's like 1,000 degrees here. George and I are sweating our butts off. All right. So, everybody, hey, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're having a great day, having a great weekend. Hope you have a great weekend. Keep a lookout for our video on the Branson Scenic Railway. It's going to be good. So, have a great weekend. Be good to each other. And adios, everybody. Thanks for joining the GFW Train. Don't let the caboose hit you on the way out. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Everybody have a great weekend.